Okay, Houston, we've had a problem here.
This is Houston. Say again, please.
Houston, we've had a problem.
Hey, welcome. Mr. Bergmann here. I am your honors physics class teacher guide. And hey, I want to talk about how the class is going to operate. It's going to be a little different than maybe some classes that you've had. Even if you had me before in a master class, this is going to be done a little differently. So let me just kind of briefly talk you through this. It's mastery, so that means you move through the content at a sort of a flexible pace. I'm going to give you due dates though, so you've got to do things on a particular day, and you have to work through these modules. So look, each of these modules, let's start with the mods here. We'll call them a mod. Let's say you've got mod 3, and it's due on a certain date. Okay. In mod 3, there's going to be a video that you're going to watch, a video about some physics content. Then you're going to do a set of problems. And this is on an online platform called Mastering Physics. You have to buy this a license to Mastering Physics. There's a textbook involved, there's questions, all this kind of stuff. So there's going to be a video that explains something from the textbook. You're going to do some problems, and it will self-correct it. All right? You have to get 80%. If you don't get 80%, and you keep taking it, you've got to get 80% on this. Okay. And what I wanted you to do, and when you do the video, I want you to take notes using a Cornell system. If you don't know how to do that, ask me. I can send you a video link. But take good notes. So I want you to buy one of these composition notebooks. And in the composition notebooks, the first thing you're going to do, page number 1, if you will, right, is going to be, let's say, mod 3 video notes. And you're going to take notes using the Cornell note system on this. After you've done the notes, check, I've done that, you're then going to do the problems. Now you're going to just go to a browser, the internet, but on this page, as you can see, but I did the problems. I've just finished, say, mod 1, maybe hard to see, but I've got the mod 1 problems, and I'll say, in this case, mod 3 problems. Now you're going to answer them on the internet, but you have to show your work. So what you're going to do is you're going to, what you're going to find in a physics class is the diagram is everything. Diagram what's going on, and then identify, and then show your work in your math. And so you're going to do all of your homework here in your notebook. So your notes and your homework all go in the same place. In this, and buy one that's bound, like this bad boy. And that will make your life way better. Promise. So you're going to do this, and then lastly, space over here, you're going to, at the end of each mod, do a reflection. What have you learned? Summarize what you've learned about the physics, any questions that you have, etc. And when you're done, how are you going to turn this in? You're going to take pictures of it, and you're going to upload it to this tool called Formative. Some of you have used that if you had Mr. Dimitrowicz in the past, and or possibly even me. I've used Formative in the past for some classes. So you're going to use Formative, and you're going to upload all these things. And and one other thing you're going to upload is once you get your 80%, a screenshot. So you're going to have 4 things to turn in for each module, right? The notes, the shown work on the problems, a screenshot proving you had 80% or more, and your reflection. And you're going to repeat this process, and then every week you're going to have to turn in 2 mods. 2 mods per week. Now most mods are going to be like this. Some mods will contain experiments. You might have a little extra time with those. And then, for example, in the first set of modules, 1 through 4 are like regular modules. But 5 is a test. So module 5 is actually a test, so there's no video to watch. What you'll do for that is a little bit different. What you'll do is you'll take what I would call a practice test or a study guide, but it really is just a practice test, and that's going to be done in Brightspace. And you need to prove to me that you have taken this. You'll just upload a screenshot that shows that you've taken it into mod 5 inside of Formative. And then, of course, you'll take the test. Now, if you are unhappy with your score, if you let's say you get a 62, I don't think you're going to be happy with that, then you can retake. But if you retake the test, what you have to do is fill out a Google form and reflect on what you did poorly on in the test and what you did to prepare yourself to retake the test. Does that make sense? So you're going to fill out this Google form, and one thing you need to do is do another practice test or review study guide, which is practice test. And then you're going to come back and retake it, and of course the second time, I know you're going to be awesome and you're going to score it. So that's the rhythms and how the class is going to work in honors physics. It's a little different than I've done in other classes, if you've had me or whatnot. But that's the other thing I wanted to talk about, you're going to do 2 mods a week. I said that right. Well, they're due at the same time every week. So I know A, B block, that can confuse us, but we're going to make it simple. They're due on Mondays and Thursdays. So the first mod is due on Monday at midnight. Okay, so into formative, it's going to be set, and if you're late, you lose 10%, whole ball game. So Monday at midnight or 11:59 p.m. I think is the way I set it up. 11:59 on Monday, and even if we don't have class on that Monday or that Thursday, it's just going to be the same thing at 11:59. They are due every week. So you need to plan ahead for what you're going to do as you work through the content. Now, one thing that's different, again, if you've had me in the past, on the test, I've said you had to always get at least an 80% to move on. In this case, it's your choice. Hey, you want to keep a 62? That's your ballgame. But you're in honors physics. My guess is a 62 is not a very happy score. But if you retake the test, you can retake the test and the high score wins. So if you get a 62 in that first attempt, and then you get a 92, the 92 is what counts. So I don't want to, one of the big ideas of mastery learning is I don't care when you learn it, I care that you learn it. I got to keep you on pace. That's why the Monday, Thursday thing. But you guys look great. Mastery learning just works. I'm here to help. Other things, consider my classroom as your workspace. So if you've got ILT and I've got another class, just pop on in and I'll help you. Even if I'm in a chemistry class or a physics class or whatever. Since I'm walking around helping students, generally speaking, unless there's just something crazy going on, particularly in the chemistry lab, I may not be out of time for you, but oftentimes your ILT doesn't match up with my planning periods, and that's normal. So come in, and that's if you want to retake a test during that time. That's perfectly. That's a great thing to do. Also when you take this Google, it's going to ask you when you're scheduling the test. So one of the questions you say, I plan to retake this test, and you're going to tell me on a particular date. I'm going to be here on Thursday at whatever time. Now, generally, my schedule, I pick here early, so I'm usually here by 7 o'clock in the morning, but maybe 7:30 would be a good time for you to come visit with me, or if you come in early, at 7 o'clock works fine. I tend to leave relatively quickly after school. I have a pretty long commute, so I come in early and then leave early. So yeah, make sure, certainly lunchtimes, those kind of things are also available too. So welcome. I'm excited. You're in honors physics. It's a great class. I think you're going to enjoy it. Ask me questions. You guys are amazing.